Hello and welcome to round 2 of the Combe Junior Karting Championship. Today has been the first dry event on these brand new karts for this year, and naturally the lap record has been set, and that was set by Matthew Stark, who is in this grand final. So we look at the grid for the grand final, and it has Josh Poulain on pole position, and he's joined by Neil McBrader on the front row. Matthew Stark, who was also the winner of round 1, currently holds the lap record, starts third. Pedro Oliveira starts P4, Joshua Slatter P5, and Jack Meakin, who came second in the first round, is in P6. So we're waiting for the lights to go green, which they do now, and it's a great start by Neil McBrader there. They're side by side as they head into the first corner. He's going around the outside of Josh Poulain. So we go on board with Matthew Stark now, and Neil McBrader is just ahead as they head through the chicane. He's able to take the lead there. So it's Josh Poulain in second, Matthew Stark in third, and Joshua Slatter diving up the inside of Pedro Oliveira as they head up towards the top corner. They're heading back down the hill, still side by side, and Joshua Slatter's just in front, and he's spun, and he has dropped to the back of the field there. That was very unlucky, but the leading trio have broken away now, and it's Neil McBrader still leading from Josh Poulain with Matthew Stark in third position. Pedro is defending in fourth there from Jack Meakin, and Joshua Slatter at the back there. And it looks like Neil's making a bit of a break as Josh Poulain defends from Matthew Stark. There is a gap now between first and second, and the battle for second is between Matthew Stark and Josh Poulain. Matthew Stark right on the bumper of Josh Poulain as they come across to start the third lap of the race. Pedro is still under pressure from Jack Meakin there. But Matthew Stark right behind Josh Poulain here. Josh is defending very well, keeping Matthew behind. Pedro and Jack do look like they are catching back up now, but there is still a gap at the moment, and Neo is running away out in front here as Matthew Stark gets a little bit alongside, but Josh Poulain's able to cover him off and stop him from coming through, and Pedro and Jack are almost on them now as they come across to start the fourth lap of the race. Josh Poulain still holding that position. Matthew Stark's tried to find a way through. There's Pedro's that's dived up the inside here, and he's alongside Matthew Stark, and he's up into third position there. Brilliant opportunistic move there from Pedro. He's up into that third position as we are on board with Jack Meakin there, getting very close to Matthew Stark, unable to take advantage. And Joshua Slatter has already caught back up in that sixth position and right onto the battle of this train for second place. But it is Josh Poulain still holding that second position. Pedro Oliveira in third. Oh, there's a little bit of contact there. Matthew Stark in fourth, looking to try and take advantage. He's side by side with Pedro, but Pedro has just held him off. Matthew now under pressure from Jack Meakin, with Joshua Slatter looking to make a move, but Jack has fended him off there. Has he? Yes. So Matthew Stark in that fourth position behind Pedro Oliveira, and it's Josh Poulain still holding that second place there as they come across to start the sixth lap of the race. And it's Josh Poulain who's run a little bit wide there. Pedro's got alongside. We're on board with Matthew Stark. They're side by side, and Pedro's through. Pedro is through into second. Matthew Stark is alongside Josh Poulain here as they head up towards the top corner. Jack Meakin's trying to get involved as well. Matthew Stark is alongside. They're still side by side as they head down the hill. Matthew Stark has the inside line, and he's just able to get through. Jack Meakin now gets alongside Josh Poulain, but Josh is able to hold him off. So Matthew Stark up into third place now. Josh Poulain in fourth. Jack Meakin in fifth, and it looks like he's got alongside on the exit. We're on board with Joshua Slatter, and Jack Meakin is through. Oh, and Josh Poulain has just clipped the barrier there, and that has allowed Joshua Slatter through into fifth place. And now the field has started to spread out a little bit as we come across to start the last lap of the race. Neil McBrader has avoided all of the action behind, driven brilliantly out in front, and has a massive lead over Pedro Oliveira in second place. So there is Neil McBrader leading. There's a big gap back to Pedro in second with Matthew Stark in third, and there's still a battle going on for fourth here with Joshua Slatter right behind Jack Meakin. He has a little bit of a look there, tries to get the cutback, gets a little bit of an overlap, but Jack is just able to hold him off there as Joshua does have a look. But it's Neil McBrader that comes through to win. Pedro Oliveira to come through in second, Matthew Stark third, Jack Meakin fourth, Joshua Slatter fifth, and Josh Poulain in sixth. So here is confirmation of the final result, with Neil McBrader taking the win and the 2 extra points. Pedro Oliveira took a brilliant second and also was awarded the Driver of the Day award, with Matthew Stark in third, setting a new lap record 25.20 during the heats, which gained him an extra point for the